Good evening, everyone. Really can't do no metal detecting. It's 19 degrees and pouring the snow outside. And we just had a massive flood that destroyed a lot of people's stuff. So just remember them people in your prayers. It got real close to our house. It's all the way around my house, but it didn't get in it. But we ended up having to evacuate some people down below us out of a John boat to get them out of their houses. So, you know, a lot of people got affected by that. So just remember them. But we're kind of stuck in the house. Can't really do a whole lot. So I figured I'd go over my finds from 2024. Some of them that stood out. I have 10 of them. You know, I had a lot of good finds, a good year. I'm happy with it. I'm blessed to be out. But here's 10 items that I found this past season I thought was pretty neat. So we'll start with number 10. It's just a car emblem. Durant cars, I guess I said that right. That's like a little emblem off of it. I thought that was pretty neat. I found that I had a little private permission about 45 minutes from my house, probably. About 30 minutes, probably. So that's my number 10 one. Here's number 9. I see a lot of people on YouTube that I watch, they find these all the time. And I was like, man, I'd love to find one. Then I ended up finding 2 of them. It's a little tax token for your dogs. This is from Wyoming County. It's dated 1958. Dropped it. So I think that was pretty neat. So I like that a lot. I ain't finding 2 of them, so in different spots. So that's pretty neat. Here'd be number 7, and it's a John F. Kennedy. I don't know if it was a keychain or a bracelet, but it had a little piece of chain stuck with it. I thought that was pretty neat. I couldn't tell you where I was at when I found it. I was just driving around the middle of nowhere and got permission to metal detect this old house. And I found that it's dated 1961, 1963 on it. That's the years he was president. Excuse me. Really not sure what this was, but I thought it's pretty neat. Alright, number 6. It's not super old. Well, I mean, it is, but it ain't. It's a 1918 Mercury dime. But I thought the reason this was pretty cool is because I found it way, way back in the mountains. And I thought that was pretty neat. And I found my number 1 item out here on here, but it's probably about 1/8 of a mile from where I found this on the same side of the mountain, but they're not related. So, but that's number 6. Number 5. I went on a trip to North Carolina and got the metal detect, and I found 2 coins that's on this list. Here's a Standing Liberty $50. I thought that was pretty neat. It's in really bad shape. It's worn. It's 1920. I do like that. So on down the list. All right, this summer we'd go to Stevens Lake a lot and let the kids swim. And I was metal detecting, ended up finding a solid gold ring. It ain't nothing fancy. It's got some kind of little flowers on it, like kind of makes like a little heart. It ain't nothing pretty at all, but it's solid gold. Anytime you find gold, that's really good. All right, number 4. It ain't nothing fancy at all. It's just a little old Boy Scout pin that I found. It says, I can't get it to focus. I might have to put a picture toward the end of this, but it's got a little Cub Scout boy's little cat on it. We should focus. Oh, well, that's my number 4. It won't focus too good. All right, my number 3. This is a college in Athens, West Virginia, Concord College. I found this in Wyoming County at another private place I got. It's a Concord College belt buckle. I thought that was pretty neat. The area I was at was a humongous field, and it had some houses on it at one time, but this just one little 20-foot area. I dug a lot of neat stuff, and this happened to be one of them. So I thought that was pretty neat. All right, my number 2 on the list. This was on the same trip to North Carolina, and this is still pretty neat. 1928 peace dollar. That's the only dollar coin I've ever found, and it's silver, so I'm very happy with that. And I was blessed to be able to go down there and metal detect on a really nice piece of property, and I loved it. So that's my number 2. And my number 1, and I always wanted to find this, and the area that I was at, you can just picture in your mind, if you would see it, that a Civil War soldier was kind of hunkered down and sliding over the edge to look across this river during a Civil War battle. But it ain't nothing fancy, but it's just a little J-hook off a Confederate soldier's bag. I was on the Confederate side of the mountain, so. But that's a little old J-hook on their knapsack on their side. But you can look at it and tell that somebody kind of just hunkered over and slid over to the edge, just, you know, to see what was on the other side, if there was anybody over there worth shooting at or whatever. But there was a nice, well, not a nice battle. There was a pretty good sized battle there, and a lot of people did die from the Civil War. So, you know, that's my #1 find of the year. That was on my bucket list, and I found it. So I was happy with that one. But it's just a quick little video of some things I found this year. I found tons and tons of stuff metal detecting, and a lot of stuff that I really do want to show, but really can't make it that long. I may do a video of all my stuff behind me. I got all kinds of stuff here I could show, but these are just a few things I found. Hope you enjoy this video. We'll see you next time, and God bless you.